McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now this offense getting set to work here. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Handoff goes to Madison, running right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. Minshew to throw. Completed here to Laube. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Well, I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Again, he's got room. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Another through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. So that brings up 2nd down. They give it to Madison. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Fields this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick.
On the line, right?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense getting set to go. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. Now Minshew. That throw finds Laube. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Let's see what he can do on the return. Juke the defender. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So now here comes the Bengals on offense.
On 2, ready?
And all the touchdowns are sure going to catch some eyes around the league, but sure not unexpected for those of us who saw how well he was throwing it back when he got his first couple of scores.
Yeah, and if anything, he's only continued to improve.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Another score for him this game. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Madison. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd and long, it's Minshew. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The offense returning to the field.
On 1, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He's on the move. He takes it himself. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Gotta go.
Everybody rushing back to the line.
11.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Fits it through the middle. Has room into the secondary. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Another through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they They stop him before he gets much on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Has it down close. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown with the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They'll give this up the middle to Albee. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. To the ground with Madison. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Minshew. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And believe it or not, Brock, that's a new NFL record as he gets his 17th punt away. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Another through the air this game. That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go with Madison here. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll run. This is Madison. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the shotgun, Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Collects this at the 32. He breaks a tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Cincinnati! We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The offense headed back to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Minshew working from the gun. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line.
Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And now the Bengals have it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Bengals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Point after up and good by McPherson. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Raiders are back up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. After 29 yards.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Throwing here, Minshew. Wow, it's free again! And now the Bengals have it! And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown! The Bengals lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Another through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
A gain of 14.
Thankfully,